guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute since we caught up and had some good time on this grey couch. Talking about grey couch, the other day I was thinking of naming this show and I thought of the grey couch, but then I said, what if I moved to my new house in Vancouver? Listen, what if I move to any other part of the world and I don't want a grey couch as well? Like, be their support system as well. Like, don't just lean in on them. Revolved around my work aspect, but now I'm in charge. I feel like my work revolves around, it's the one revolving and I'm not the one revolving. So that's actually such a good thing to think about. The fourth thing I think you need to have is you need to have an exercise routine of sorts. It doesn't have to. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute since we actually caught up on this grey couch, and I think today we should actually sit here. Too many things have happened and I think I need to bring you up to speed with what's on and what's going on. But before that, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a long-term subscriber or a brand new viewer, I appreciate your support and I'm excited to share my content with you. So sit back, relax and enjoy the content, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with all the latest videos. In this video, first up, I'm going to tell you a short story. When I came to sit on this couch so that I could tell you a little bit about what is happening and what has been going on, I thought, maybe I should call this show the grey couch. And I was like, what if I woke up one morning and decided today I'm moving to Vancouver, okay? And I moved to Vancouver and I don't want a grey couch. What happens? So I decided I'm just gonna call it the couch. So any moment we are meeting on this set, it's just gonna be the couch, because we're gonna be talking on the couch. And that's because I can't call it grey couch, because there might be a red couch today, blue couch tomorrow, white couch the next day. You should be flexible enough to accept it's just the couch. Anyways, moving forward, it's a new month, new things. We are really delving right deep into the Christmas season. I am excited, more than excited, because of what I think it's gonna pan out. But the most thing that the signs that I am so excited include: one, me having my Christmas tree out. It's right here looking at me, and I think I should actually start putting it up. You think? The other thing I'm doing lately is watching Christmas movies, and you know how Christmas movies can be so mushy. If you haven't watched a Christmas movie, especially from Hallmark, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. They're everywhere, so you don't have an excuse. You can watch on YouTube, you can watch on whatever app you use, Netflix, whatever, go for it. But you definitely should catch a good Christmas movie this Christmas season, this winter. I don't know whether it is where you are, but you need a good Christmas movie with hot chocolate and marshmallows. Visualize it. Okay, moving on swiftly. In today's video, I want us to talk about things I am doing to help me navigate adulthood, because I saw from the interactions on my YouTube channel, most of you are liking the adulting talks. So I'm like, let's do this. And because it's been a minute, today I'm gonna let you in on some tips to help you actually navigate adulting. So let's do this. So let's talk about adulthood. I think if you're my friend, you know, like, the one thing I'm constantly ranting about is adulthood, and I just feel like it scammed me, and I'm always saying nothing would have prepared me enough for what adulting actually comes with. Be it work life, be it friendships, be it, name it, spiritual life, basically anything and everything. Hell, I don't think there's anything that would have certainly prepared me for what it was going to look like, because I think it's also different for everyone. However, my adulthood started becoming purposeful when I started doing the following things, and I had to learn it the hard way. I learned it from my own experiences, or rather I had to try out these things, and so far they've worked for me. I hope you learn 1 or 2 lessons that will work out for you in your adulting. So today I'm just going to talk about maybe 6 things, 5 things that I have constantly done, and I think I am thriving, even though there are good days and bad days, but these things actually help me to thrive even in those bad days. First up is having routines in place. I have routines for basically everything. I have a morning routine when I wake up. Am I having breakfast or not? Like simple things like that help you to actually save time, help you actually to wake up purposefully knowing what you're going to do for the day. So having routines in place, and this includes bedtime routine, how much sleep can you get, routines, they will help you when you're getting off track to kind of get back in track with what you're supposed to do. So routines have really worked for me. Weekend routines, however, sometimes I break the routines depending on my body needs. Like sometimes I'm just so tired and I'm like, okay, on this particular one I'm going to take this slower, and that also just helps a lot. 2, having a support system in place. Having a support system in place is such a top tier self-care, like in adulthood. It's going definitely to help you. So whether your support system is your family, whether your support system is a partner, whether your support system is a friend, but you need to have that person that you can call, or that person who calls you, and you guys just talk, you lay it bare with each other, so you definitely need that. Now, the one thing I'll say, good friends are rare to find, but if you find one who's really good and genuine, then you need to work to keep them. Be intentional about making the relationship stay. And part of the support system is being intentional in keeping the relationship going, being intentional in making sure that your support system is actually well as well. Like, be their support system as well. Like, don't just lean in on them, but then make sure you are reciprocating so that when they need you to be there for them, you're also there for them. So I think that's like a top tier self-care hack that you need in adulthood. Definitely a support system. The third one is boundaries. Boundaries in terms of work and your personal life. Now, these 2 aspects of adulthood want to always clash, get into each other's space, but it's your responsibility to actually separate them. So work is just one aspect of our life that I feel like really takes so much and kind of defines, or rather we've allowed it to take up so much and define everything else around your life. I don't think it should be that way. I think we should actually be able to have boundaries on the different aspects of our lives. So one thing I have really worked hard to do, first up, I don't want to even say work-life balance. It's a scam. It does not exist. But it's you learning to work around your work aspect with regards to what you do. I don't know what you do for a living, but when you go to work, can you actually do the work so that when you leave work, you actually leave? This is hard for, especially, I want to speak on behalf of teachers, because it's so hard. You take your laptop home, probably carry books home to mark. Like everywhere you look in your house, there's work. Like there's a paper you're thinking of creating an anchor chart, there's probably your laptop, your work laptop you're looking at, and you're like, I need to finish up, I need to send this parent. So it can be very hard to actually have that boundary, but you need to actually try and work on it so that you can actually have some peace of mind to actually take care of the needs that come up with being an adult. Because when you're adult, there are expectations, and when there are expectations, you have to do something about it. And I'm not talking about expectations from other people, I'm just talking about expectations from yourself. So for you to do that, you need time, and that time you cannot have it if your work is encroaching on your time, like your personal lifetime. So yeah, it's hard even for me. I still struggle with it, but it's a work in progress. This is the one aspect of my life that it is really a work in progress. But I like where I am now and like where I was a few years back, because I kind of let the work aspect of my life take charge of everything else. Like my life usually revolved around my work aspect, but now I'm in charge. I feel like my work revolves around, it's the one revolving and I'm not the one revolving. So that's actually such a good thing to think about. The fourth thing I think you need to have is you need to have an exercise routine of sorts. It doesn't have to be gymming, a rigorous one. It could be anything simple. Wall Pilates, stretches, going for walks, how many times a week. Create a routine around that too. That is going to definitely be very helpful. You know, like knowing that when I come back from work today, I am doing this from this time to this time. After that time, this is the next thing I'm doing. But then by 10, I should be in bed or lights out, because I need a good rest to be able to be productive the next day. So it's you being intentional to work on these things and, you know, just making sure that everything kind of works well. But you have to be intentional. Like I'm saying, you have to be intentional. You will be derailed a couple of times depending on many things. Family, you know, it will not always be perfect. You probably get a call from family and it takes quite some time. It eats into your, you know, into your routine some way. It's okay, it's once in a while, but work on bouncing back so that you don't get too derailed. Consistency is of importance here. Consistency is of importance. So it doesn't matter what's going on. Even after all that is done, try to bounce back into your consistency, because consistency is very important. So I think that's something you want to think about. And the last thing I want to mention to you tonight, because it's night, is actually some sort of spiritual investment. If you're a Christian, do you actually pray? Do you take time to read the Bible? Or you are the TikTok Christian, like you go there, somebody says something in the shorts. Are they even called shorts? I don't know. For 15 seconds and you feel like you've had your service. Think about that. You know, like take time to actually invest into your spiritual aspect of your life. I think it's very important. And that said, I think you also need to work. There are many aspects, but for me, I think these are the 5 things that works out for me so far. With me saying this, I think I'd like to mention to you, like, being intentional about all this is very important. Your routines. Be intentional about your routines. Be intentional about being available and supportive to your support systems. Be intentional to keep your good friendships going. Adult friendships are very difficult, and I don't think we have enough time to talk about them today, but one of these days we're going to delve into talking about adult friendships. And yeah, it's a topic we cannot avoid. We have to definitely talk about. So being intentional about creating boundaries about the different aspects of your life, your work life, your personal life, your spiritual life, your social life, you know, all those things. I think that's very important. Being intentional about exercising, that's equally very important. And most of all, being intentional about your spiritual investment. I think that's also very key. It's a key aspect of life, and I think you should actually make time to seriously invest into it. Of course, finance is important. Finances are important, but today I just wanted to point out this few on the couch segment. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things. Please let me know in the comment section. But wait, why don't you guys talk to me in the comment section? Did I do something? No, I didn't take it personal. I'm just like, why are you all so quiet? Say something. Like, what would you like to hear next? Would you like to hear more content about adulting, specifically what? And then yeah, I can delve into it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click share and comment. Until next time, I've been your host with the most, Alumira, on the couch.